What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Season 10, the final episode of Edmonton Oilers Franchise Mode Series. Again, guys, just thank you so much for support on this series. Wouldn't mind leaving a thumbs up on the final episode. I'd really appreciate it. Also, too, guys, leave a comment. Let me know which team I should use in the next series. I'll probably go through all the top comments and make a poll based off of that. As you guys can see, we're currently 4-1-1 in the preseason. Ranton there's got 8 points in 6 games. We just signed him in the offseason for a lot of money, but obviously 1 year left to go. We might as well go for it here. So this is what the team is looking like. I think our top 6 is absolutely unreal. We got Draisaitl, McDavid, Ranton on that first line getting a +5. We got Robert Thomas, Misa, Evangelista on the second, also getting a +5. Third line here, you got Holloway, Coppin, and Yamamoto. And then the fourth line's Cates, Boys, and Voros. Just a bunch of very good defensive players. Like Voros here, you can see has 5-star defense and physical. Definitely a slower player, but still, he's got the stats where you want him. Boys here, 94 shot block, stick check, 5-star physical. Cates there, 90 D awareness and stick check, pretty solid physical stats. So fourth line should be able to shut it down for us. And then defensively here, we got Evanson, Sanderson on the top pairing, Dobson, Sand, Palika on the second, with Godfrey, Henry on the bottom. We just traded for both these guys. They're younger, so hopefully they can grow a little bit. 24-80, really good defensive stats on Godfrey. Henry's also pretty solid, plus he's got bouncer, quick pick, X factors. Made a pretty big trade for Dobson as well. Goaltending wise, Herbal's our new starter. Carter Hart basically just costs too much money. Right now he's got pretty good stats in the preseason. Last year he played pretty good as well as a backup there. .923, 2.57 goals against. And Kane Orr should be a decent backup for us. In terms of the special teams guys, again, just going with 5 forwards there on power play 1. I mean, how stacked is that? They're all 90 plus. So with the +5, that means they're all 95 plus when on the power play. As well, too, I've actually got Thomas there as a distributor with McDavid as the finisher, because I think McDavid has the best shot, 98 wrist shot accuracy, and then Thomas here has 99 passing. So hopefully, that works out. Power play 2 here, even we're actually double shifting McDavid. Still looks solid. Coppin, one of our younger players I noticed, has 98 passing. So hopefully he can put up some points this year. Foreman power play 1, again, just all forwards. Foreman power play 2 there, you can see he's also looking not too bad. PK wise, I mean, obviously we got the fourth line guys out. Coppin, though, starting the first one, you get a +5. PK2 looks pretty good, +3. Even the third unit there gets a +1 still. Where you guys can see the 3-man units. I think they're all getting positive chemistry, but the final one. Also, too, every single player has some special team time, so hopefully, that'll help out in terms of growth and stuff for the younger guys. AHL team, same with first line we've had for the last, 4 or 5 years. Second line there, Manning, Svechkov, Coleman should be solid. We get a +1 on the third line. Fourth line even doesn't look too bad. Defensively now, we get a +1 top pairing. Bottom pairing does have a -2, but last year they had a -3, and we still, won the league. Sanders there's our starting AHL goalie, 24.79 medium starter. He looks pretty good, honestly. So, hoping for big things for both these teams. Have yet to win a Calder Cup. Obviously, we won the 1 Stanley Cup. Would like to win a lot more than that. I'll show you guys, too, someone pointed out in the last episode, in terms of the record book, McDavid, I believe, is now the all-time leading scorer for the Edmonton Oilers, and as you can see there, he is 1,672 points. How crazy is that? He still has to catch up to Gretzky's assists, but he has passed him in goals. In terms of, the shutouts and the wins, Carter Hart actually set the record for most shutouts there, 24, so that's pretty cool. Nuge has the most games played and seasons, but Draisaitl, 82-game season, 75 plus 4, 79. We have injuries off. Draisaitl's going to pass Nuge there for most games played, so that's pretty cool as well. At the end of this, we'll check all the records, of course, see where everybody's at. But before we get started here, guys, with a sim, I'll show you what the ratings are like for this season. Obviously, no matter what, I'm going to make some big trades at the deadline to try and push this team over the top, win one more Stanley Cup. We've got 100 offense, which is awesome to see, 94 defense, 85 goaltending. So we'll see whether this team can get it done one more time. Let's get started. Now, we're just going to preview off here, guys, from the Canucks. Loof in a 3rd-round pick for Lang, Calvert, 7th, and Frazee. So, I mean, a bunch of prospects we obviously don't really need in the final year. Let's see how good Loof is. Only 82 overall, so a slight upgrade on the bottom D pair. His defensive stats are actually worse, though, than both guys playing there. Does have 99 shot power. Run the pass for now. I feel like could get a better defenseman at the deadline. Speaking of, guys, we're almost at the end of December here. They, again, want to trade us Loof, but like I said, I'd rather get a better player than him. So we're 18, 13, and 4. We're actually tied with the Golden Knights there for the final wildcard spot in the West. We were playing pretty good. I think this month, though, you can see I had a 4-game losing streak there. Beginning of December, which doesn't help you out much. Plus, it's a pretty competitive division this time. A lot of these teams have been bad and getting top picks, but hopefully can still get in. You can see the Central's a lot worse there. I mean, in the Atlantic, we'd be 1 shy of the Panthers for 3rd, and in the Metro, we'd literally be tied with the Devils for 2nd. So yeah, this time, Pacific Division's looking pretty good. Hopefully, though, the team can wake up a bit more. McDavid's got 43 and 35, which is solid, but would expect more from him, especially double shifting on the power play. AHL-wise, Manning there, over a point per game. Really like seeing that. They're 18, 5, and 3. So the AHL team's crushing it. Currently first in the division based on point percentage. So we'll set up to the deadline. Hopefully, we're still in a playoff spot. And like I mentioned, we can make a big splash. All right, guys, we're at the deadline now with a record of 32, 24, and 7. We're playing not bad. Unfortunately, like I mentioned, the West is just stacked. We're currently out of a playoff spot, 71 points. We're actually tied with the Coyotes, but they must just have the tiebreaker there for the final wildcard spot. So, I mean, we're fighting for our lives, basically. Let's see. McDavid there, just over a point per game, 68-63. He's kind of slowed down, so maybe not going to double shift him on the power play, because last year we didn't, and he obviously kind of popped off. Plus, we had Misa on the first line, so maybe we'll go back to that. AHL-wise, Manning there, still over a point per game. They're still first in the division, as well as the AHL, so maybe they'll win a Calder Cup here. But we're getting to the deadline now. Hopefully, there's somebody available to kind of push this team over the edge. We'll enter the deadline here, obviously, as buyers. Let's see, top player, Adam Fantilli. 1 year left, $7 million, 91 overall. He'd be pretty nuts. Will Smith as well. Value there isn't as high, probably because just a lot more money. But we get Coyotes retain 50%. Plus, you know, we're taking out a competitor there for the wildcard position. Macklin Calabrini, I mean, 89 overall, 1 year left. He'd be sick too. Jonathan Berger in there, Borensky, Barkov, Nick Ehlers, Hagel, Norris, Meyer. So, some pretty good players available here. Unfortunately, they're all forwards except for Werenski, and obviously we need defense more than offense, so maybe you can somehow, you know, make a trade happen for him. But with 5 years left at $13 million, probably not going to happen. Misa actually has the most value now. Look at McDavid, because he's 35 years old, dropped to 95 overall. You can see it's down quite a bit. Even Draisaitl, where is Draisaitl? His value dropped that much? Wow. 36 years old now, 88 overall, top 6 potential. I mean, he's still performing, like 57 points there, but crazy to see how much their value is dropping off. And like I was saying, guys, want to see here how Herbell's playing for us. 906, 2.81 is not bad. Or there, his numbers definitely could be better as the backup. We got Bannister here, definitely going to probably just use him in a trade. Lots of value. He's playing for the Knights right now, basically just, you know, not doing anything for us. And we also have all these picks to work with, too. Now, this is nice to see, guys. Boyce here, he's playing 4th line, already up to an 84, so just making me even better as, like, a PK and stuff. And I'm looking at our defense here, guys. That top pairing of Sanderson and Evanson playing very well. Like, they're plus 33 on the year. Dobson, Santaplica, plus 6, plus 4 is not too bad. But then Henry and Godfrey on that bottom pair, not looking great. So, yeah, like I said, definitely going to try and improve the bottom D pair, and hopefully that's enough. Alright, guys, so the first trade I'm trying to make here with the Winnipeg Jets is for Jacob Bernard-Docker, 83 overall, right-hand defenseman, shot blocking X Factor, 93 shot blocking there, pretty good physical as well, like 90 everything, -1 on the year, but definitely I think an upgrade of Henry, who's only an 80s, -14. We're also getting back a 3rd-round pick with Bernard-Docker. It is costing us, you know, an extra $1.8 million in cap space, but still should improve the bottom pair D. Jets say yes, there we go. Next year, I'd like to really go out and just get like an absolute stud defenseman. Alright, guys, and now next year I'm trying to get Will Sharp from the Red Wings at 50%. 85 overall, 25 years old. You can see he's got some X factors there. Two-way defenseman, good skater. Pretty good all-around defenseman, honestly. And in fact, he's got meaningly potential, could grow. I'm offering up Godfrey here if they want. Again, trying to improve that bottom pair D. Plus a 1st-round pick. Trades rejected. I kind of figured we'd have to add, you know, more to this for sure. Honestly, we could try adding like 3 3rd-round picks to this trade. Does that get to go through? Trade still rejected. They don't retain his salary. Alright, guys, on this next one here is a bit of a wild one. The Rangers aren't doing too well. Shesterkin's on the block. Had them retaining 50%, 87 overall. Not the best stats this year, but obviously the Rangers aren't doing too good. I really like the 95 points. I feel like that's huge for the playoffs with a goalie. Even though he's 87 overall, still a very good goalie. I'm offering up Hairball. He's our starter, but this year, like, just over 900. A little under 3 goals against. I feel like Shesterkin is an upgrade. They like this Frazee prospect goalie, medium starter, plus giving them the Jets' 3rd-round pick. And they say yes. Okay, so that's a big-time trade. We got 45 minutes left. I'm not done yet. I'm trying to make, you know, one more big move here for this team. All right, guys, we're running out of time here a bit. Vitaly, 86, making no money. Godfrey, 1st-round pick. Bannister, trades accepted. Wow, I didn't think that was going to go through. So Godfrey was on the 80 overall defenseman. Bannister was the high elite goalie, plus the 1st-round pick. I honestly cannot believe that went through. I guess I could have showed you guys the dude we got a little bit more. But the fact, too, that we got him from Calgary, who, of course, is a team we're competing with for a playoff spot. Marcus Vitale here, 86 overall defensive defenseman, 89 D awareness, 94 shot block, 93 stick check, I think it said. There was actually another trade made after us. Calgary there trading away Sharangovich for a couple picks. Wow, so Vitale there, what a huge get late. Let's see, of course, we had a trade for Shesterkin. Martin Kaut there actually returns to the Avalanche, Paling to the Wild. Timmins there, the Senators. You got our trade for Bernard-Docker, Ty Smith with the Preds. Red Wings there got Joel Hofer. I was actually thinking about maybe making a trade for him, but I feel like Shesterkin's probably the better option. Let's see, Romanov there to the Coyotes. Eriksson Ek to the Ducks. Also, Berggren going to the Ducks, pretty big. Brock Faber to the Islanders. Hagel to the Sharks. And then Calabrini there to the Wild. That's a huge get for them. So, if we do see them in the playoffs, obviously they're going to be a much better team. And they actually got Brett Harrison with him, who's a current Spitfire. Matt Cornard to the Blackhawks. And then you got Barrett Hayton to the Penguins in exchange for Owen Pickering. So, pretty big trade. This is actually a bit of a steal for Minnesota. 2 1st-round picks for Calabrini and Harrison. I would have done that. I didn't realize, 2 first-round picks could get you that. Boston, 2 first-round picks and a prospect for Bergen, a 3rd and a 4th. Obviously, we are focusing more on defense. Tons of big trades there. As I feel like offensively, we're pretty set. All right, guys, so after the trade deadline, here's what the team is looking like. As I mentioned, putting Misa back on that first line. As last year, all 3 of these guys had 100-plus points, although, obviously, I think big reason for Draisaitl and McDavid slowing down is just the fact they're getting older. Second line is now Evangelista, Thomas, Rantanen, still getting a +3. The bomb 6 there is the exact same. I feel like, Boys being a medium league grinder. Same with Voros. I expect them to play a bit better, but everyone on that 4th line is still a dash player. Defensively, trying something crazy here. So we got Evanson Sanderson on the top pair, getting a +5. Vitaly Dobson get a +5 on the second. And then Sandin Pellikka, Bernard Docker get a -3. But obviously they're playing the least amount. Like these guys were getting 20 minutes, now they'll be getting like 12 or so. So hopefully it's fine. Vitaly again, got late there in the deadline. Look how good defensively he is. 94 shot blocking, 93 stick check, 890 awareness, 5-star physical as well. Really relying on him heavily actually in terms of the PK. Like you guys can see, he's on PK1 there. It's getting a +5. PK2, of course, pretty much the same. Same with PK3. The 3-mans are pretty much the exact same as well. In terms of the power play, I don't think there's any changes because obviously you didn't really lose any of those offensive players. And then finally in goal now, we got Shesterkin there as our starter, or still backing him up. So hopefully the change they made to this team can, put them over the edge, win a second Stanley Cup. We'll find out. All right, guys, so a bit of a thrilling end here to our final regular season. Finished the record of 45, 28, and 9. At the end of March, I wasn't too sure. We actually had 4 straight losses there. Luckily, we did pick up a point against the Jets. Then after that, though, the team just went on a tear. I'm not even exactly sure. 4, 5, 6, 7 straight wins. We lost to the Blues. Then a couple more wins there to end out the year. Finishing with 99 points. 3rd there in the Pacific Division. 1 back to the Golden Knights, who, of course, we're going to be playing in the first round. We played them quite a bit, so I think that's pretty fitting. AHL team, 2nd there in the division. The Silver Knights actually beat us out by 1 point. So, both of the Vegas teams beating us by 1 is kind of funny. And they're actually 2nd in the league. Wow, so they came 1 point shy there of winning the AHL regular season. That's alright, though. Manning their over point per game was 76. McDavid finished the year with 95 points. I'll take it. Obviously, ideally, you'd like to see him put up 100+, but not too bad. Now, behind him, you got Draisaitl there with 75. Rantanen, 74. Misa, also 74. Robert Thomas, 69. Nice. Evangelista, 58. Koppinen, 45 is pretty solid. Sanderson there, 42. Yamamoto, 36. A little bit of a down year for him. Sandin Pellikka as well, 29. After having 50 last year, he's playing on, the second power play net. I thought he'd do a little bit better. Kate's there, 21. It's kind of surprising to be honest. Let's see here. Shesterkin, 891-323. Now let's see how he did for us. That's actually how he did for us. Okay, so that's a bit concerning. Made a big trade to bring him in. I thought he'd do better than Herbal, just because 87 overall, he's higher rated, 95 points, bunch of X factors. I don't know, apparently I was thinking wrong. So hopefully that's not a mistake that cost us here in the playoffs. AHL-wise, behind Manning, Semino 60, Svechkov 55, Gurianov, Dorofayev. Everyone else there is under 50 points. In terms of goaltending standards there, pretty solid numbers. 917 and a 2.17 goals against. Now, I'll check the entire league here. I don't think McDavid's 95 is going to be good enough for the Art Ross, unfortunately, in the final year. And yeah, Kaprizov 112. And Minnesota loaded up, adding a couple other guys. Kachuk, Barkov, Bratton on the Kings, Marner on the Red Wings, okay. This James guy, however you say it. McDavid, though, at 95. Tyler Tomasino and Caulfield. In terms of goals, Kaprizov also won that, 65 there. So the Wild are going to be deadly here in the playoffs. Quinn Hughes, 87 points there. For the Vegas Golden Knights, you got Zellweger, actually, in the top 5. That's pretty cool to see. Goalies here, so Askarov, most wins. Save percentage for a starter, actually Onger, 9-2. And he's on the Vegas Golden Knights, of course. And the lowest goals against for a starter is actually Spencer Knight, but Onger's second. So yeah, Vegas Golden Knights team's going to be tough. Rookie points here, Hector McTaggart. Nice name, 55 points on the Seattle Kraken. And in terms of the entire league here, guys, the Nashville Predators actually look to be winning the President's Trophy. Tied in points with Dallas, but had a couple extra regulation overtime wins. We finished the year in 8th place with 99 points, 1 shy of 100. Anaheim there kind of gets screwed, 13th and miss. Buffalo at 19 gets in. So again, the Western Conference a lot better this year. Pittsburgh Penguins, last place in the NHL. I think they finished last year as well. Most goals for their Nashville Predators. And then lowest goals against. San Jose Sharks, 218. Quite lower than like everybody else. They actually won our division. So if we match up with them, it's going to be tough. We still had like the, 7th lowest goals against. And that was with, decent goaltending, but nothing amazing. So we'll see what happens here, guys. Round 1, last year playoffs. Hopefully, I can find a way by the Vegas Golden Knights. Take a look and see what their team is looking like. So they got Brisson on the first line with Kosick, Bjorkstrand, Chinikov, King, Ogren, Odell, McMichael, Yurov, Hakila, Frost, Amirov. Defensively, Quinn Hughes, of course, leading the way. The rest of the D's, though, pretty average, so not as much depth. But they do have Andre and net with a really bad backup. So, I mean, they got an awesome number 1 defenseman, awesome number 1 goalie. Forwards are like good, but not as good as ours. We've got a lot more depth. We'll see whether or not that matters, I guess. In terms of regular season, they had 2 more wins than us. So it's a pretty equal matchup. First 2 games here in Vegas. 2 games the rest of our lives. Let's go. Starting the playoff sim. 4-1 win, 5-0 loss. Okay, I'll go 1-1 in Vegas. Head home now to Edmonton. And we win the 3rd game and the 4th game. Let's go. 3-1 series lead. Just have to win 1 more. And we get it done in 5. 4-3 win there in Vegas. Let's go. Moving on to the 2nd round. At least we're not out in 1. And we got the San Jose Sharks here in the 2nd round, of course. Won the Pacific Division. Ranched in there 6 points in 5 games. Leading our team in scoring. Kind of surprised as I'm a goal. Also surprised, 6 points is enough to lead this team in scoring. Sharks here. Benak, Eklund, Bertuzzi, Hagel, Zetterberg, Vasunov. I think we saw they made that trade for Hagel. Plus, I believe we matched up with them last year because they had all those Swedes. Filman, Silverberg, Engvall, Rantanen, a different one, Heponiemi, Anderson. Defensively, Mukamaldin, Drysdale they got, D'Angelo, Chikrin. So Chikrin, former defenseman of ours, Drysdale we tried to get, but he signed with them instead. And then they got Spencer Knight in goal. So we're matched up with literally the 2 best goalies in the league in the first rounds of the playoffs. I feel like we can get by these 2 teams. We can beat anybody, but if we do get by the Sharks, watch us have to play the Wild. Although, just notice, I think they're in the playoffs. That's crazy. I'm not sure who matched up with Minnesota. We'll see after, but what an upset that would have been. First 2 games here, guys, in San Jose. Win the first one 5-3. Big loss, though, game 2, 8-2. Head home to Edmonton now. Come on. 4-2 win. Way to bounce back. 7-1 win. Can we do it again in 5? No. Game 5 goes to the Sharks. Game 6, though, at home in Edmonton. 5-4 OT loss. Are you kidding me? So here you go, guys. Game 7 against the Sharks. Do or die. Had a 3-1 series lead. Come on. Up to first period. Evangelista McDavid. Hold on to this, boys. I shouldn't have said anything. Dragicevic, and they get 2 goals from the defenseman. Resume simulation here. They're outshooting us by a bit. Big power play. Our top unit's insane. McDavid, even strength. Makes it 3-2. Vasanov ties it up immediately. What is that? Like a minute later. 3-3, halfway through the period. Oh, man. Pretty equal shots here as well. 5 to go. We need a hero. Minute and a half left. Minute to go. All right, Game 7 OT. Winner moves on to the Western Conference Final. Can it be us? And it is! Draisaitl finds a way. Scores on Spencer Knight. Let's go. Honestly, my heart was racing. Here we go, guys. Conference Final. It's going to be the Nashville Predators. All right. I think, honestly, they might have been the team that upset the Minnesota Wild. I'm actually curious now. Wait a minute. Minnesota made those 2 big trades, and they didn't even make the playoffs. That is insane. I didn't realize that. Nashville, though, did just sweep the Avalanche. Okay, so going to be a pretty good team here. McDavid's got 15 points, 12 games with 11 goals. So he's almost scoring every single game, which is just unreal. We'll take a look here, guys, and see what that Preds team is looking like. They got Mangiapane, Jams, and Tomasino on that first line. Tomasino got up to a 92, kind of unreal. Kamel, Wood, and Liney on the second line. That looks pretty nasty. Then their third line is Mikhaev, who, of course, was just on our team. Peyton Krebs, Jake Neighbors. It's a nasty third line. Even the fourth line there, Novikov, LaHaru, and Bunting. I mean, LaHaru's an 85. Defensively, they got Dickinson, Barron. Okay, this D is nowhere close to ours. Fairbury, Ferraro, Harris, Lindholm. I mean, they have an 86 as their best, 79 is their worst. They do have an... Are you kidding me? They have a Skarov in net. We have not faced a below 91 overall goalie. Like, 2 92s, now a 91. This game is trying to, like, I guess, show me something. But, look at our team. Look at our defense. Of course, Shesterkin there in net. Down to an 85, but .912 save percentage isn't bad. Goals against can be better. I guess just the team in front of them's got to kind of lock it down. Let's see what happens here, guys. Conference final, Edmonton versus Nashville. They have the home ice advantage, but that's fine. Playing this Nashville, game 1. Up 2-0. Draisaitl, Misa. Still 2-0. 4-0. Let's go. Thomas on the power play. Holloway there. With a shorthanded goal. Let's go. So the special teams there were getting it done in the 3rd period. I feel like that's a statement win there. 4-0 in game 1. Second game now, guys. Still in Nashville. See what happens. 2-1. Yamamoto, Thomas. Thomas was a shorthanded goal. Jams for them. 4-2. McDavid and Rantanen. Bunting there with a shorthanded goal. Are you kidding me? They tie it up. Mangiapane, Mikhaev, 5 minutes to go. Find a way in OT, guys. And we do. Vitali. Are you kidding me? The defensive defenseman we got from Calgary at the deadline wins it for us in game 2. So a 2-0 series lead now. Heading home to Edmonton. This is exactly where we want to be. Game 3, we're up 3-0. Let's go. Thomas, McDavid, Cates. Still 3-0. 5-0 win. That's another statement win. Evangelista and Sanderson there. Let's go. So we're up 3-0 here on the Preds. We have to win 1 game in the next 4 to win the Stanley Cup Final. We've shut them out 2 games already. Can we become Western Conference champions here on home ice? Oh, I thought it was 0-0. My bad. I spoke way too soon. 4-0. Wow, so Shesterkin got pulled there. Still a lot of time left. 4-2. Let's go. Draisaitl, Rantanen. 6-4. We actually got the tying goal there from Draisaitl, and then they scored 2 straight. Linus, though, was an empty netter, but wow, the boys, they clawed back, and unfortunately, looks like they ran out of steam there late in the third period. So, 3-1 series lead now. Again, guys, just have to win one of these next 4 games. I guess 3 games at this point. Back in Nashville. 2-2. Rantanen, Yamamoto, Bunting, Line for them. 3-2. McDavid with the go-ahead goal. And are you kidding me? We had a 4-2 lead, and then they scored 5 unanswered last 15 minutes of the game. What the heck? I mean, this team, they got to find a way to close out. Luckily, we give ourselves a nice 3-0 series lead, but it's now 3-2, and the Preds obviously have the momentum. Let's see what happens here. Game 6, they're up 1. 2-1. Holloway at least, makes it a game. We got 29 shots to 18. Are you kidding me? 5-3 win there for the Preds. What is happening? All right, guys, this is it. Game 7. I cannot believe we blew a 3-0 series lead. Let the Predators claw back into this one. Hopefully we can find a way. In Nashville. Let's go. 2-1, we're down. McDavid, the lone goal. 3-2, let's go. Draisaitl, McDavid again. We have the lead. I'm just going to simulate the period here. Come on. Oh, Jams ties it up. They're actually out shooting us by like 10. Holloway, though, answers back. Have a lead. Rantanen, let's go on the power play. 5-3. We have another power play. Put him out. Oh, I was going to say we made it 6-3 there. That'd be it. Still, 5 minutes to go. Come on, boys. Hold on. Evangelista there. 3 minutes left. That's got to be it. Let's go. Somehow, some way, this team found a way to win this series. I can't believe, honestly, it came to 7 games, but at least we're Western Conference champions. And the Stanley Cup final here, we have the New Jersey Devils. Okay. I'm not sure if they've also got like a 90-plus goalie. Robert Thomas there, 27 points, 19 games. He's going off, which is awesome to see. So we'll take a look here at that Devils lineup. Othman, Hughes, Holtz. Pretty nasty. Morita, Mercer, Howe. Hischer's playing third line left wing with Clancy and Krause. Of course, we had Krause on our team for a bit. We then have Esternin, Zeri, Soderblom on the fourth line. Defensively, Ryan Johnson. Nemec is a 90. Whitecloud, Chaika, Virgilio, Lamoureux. I mean, the defense is so much weaker than ours. I showed you guys our team when I was matching with the Nashville Predators. Are you kidding me? They have a 90 swimming in net. Every single team we face has a 90-plus goalie. That is just like, I don't know. I mean, if we win the Stanley Cup, we definitely earned it. We played probably like the top 4 goalies in the league, back to back to back to back. But we're in New Jersey, guys. Unfortunately, do not have the home ice advantage, but that's all right. I don't think we've had it this entire playoff run. First period, they're up 1. Mercer. Wow, what a second. 4 goals. McDavid, Nisa, Thomas, Cates. 6-3, we hold on there. Evangelista, Dobson there, empty netter. Okay, so winning game 1, obviously, that is big. Hopefully, can build off that. Go up 2-0 before headed home. That'd be, like, ideal situation. Here we go, guys. Game 2 in New Jersey. 1-0 lead, Cates. They answer back with 2. Holtz and Nemec. 3-1, all right. So they win game 2. That's okay. Tied series, head home to Edmonton. Here we go, guys. Game number 3. 1-0 lead, McDavid. Who else? 2-1. McDavid again. Chaika for them. 4-1. McDavid with the hat trick. That's awesome. Sanderson just adds the insurance goal. Let's go. 2-1 lead. McDavid's got the hat. He's feeling himself. If we can go up 3-1 here, headed back to New Jersey, that'd be amazing. So let's see what happens, guys. Game 4. Let's go. 2-0. We're down. Nemec with 2. What the heck? Okay, we actually only had 2 shots that period. Weird. Still 2-0. Luckily, we got 19 shots. And here we go. 2-2. Are you kidding me? Rantanen answers Nemec's 2 goals. He says, let's go. I can do the same. Imagine Rantanen, hat trick, OT hero. No, it's Hischier. I called him out for playing third line wing, and he gets the series tying goal. Okay, I mean, 2-2. Now it's just a best of 3. I'll take that. So here we go, guys. Game 5 in New Jersey. 2-2. Wow. Sandin, Pelika, Draisaitl, and Soderblom and Othman for them. 4-3 after 2. McDavid, Kapanen. Let's go. Hold on to this lead, boys. 5-5. Draisaitl there. Luckily, he got a goal. Mercer, Clancy. In the final 5 minutes, they scored 2 goals. I mean, OT hero here. We're outshooting them 46-26. Let's get the series lead. I didn't see anything. We're going to second OT. Game 5. Looking for that series lead. Let's go. Michael Misson Swayman took 2 OTs. I don't care. Let's go, boys. So we're up 3-2 now. Have to win one of these next 2 games. We got the first at home. Game 7, of course, is away in New Jersey. Can we win this Stanley Cup on home soil? Let's go. Game 6. 2-0 lead. Boys Evangelista. Are you kidding me? They tie it up. White Cloud and Soderblom. I think bottom pairing D-man, fourth liner. Make it 2-2. Of course, we'll resume simulation here. Stanley Cup on the line. Pretty equal shots. Jack Hughes makes it a 3-2 game. Still a lot of time left here. We got a power play. Unfortunately, couldn't score. We're still outshooting them by quite a bit. Half the period to go. We just need 1. They scored 2 in the last 5 minutes. We can do the same. Come on. 37 shots at 27. 2 minutes to go. 1 minute. Unfortunately, cannot find that win in Game 6. So, Game 7 now. We are 1 game away from winning the Stanley Cup. We were last game too. But at this point, like, this is what, we played everything for. Let's see if the guys can find a way. I don't care where we win it. Let's just win it. 1-1. Mercer, Evanson. Second period. 4-1. Let's go. Rantanen, Santaplica, Sanderson. Resume simulation. We got to be able to hold on to this. Power play. Make it 5-1. Make it 5-1. Okay, so 32-25. They've got a power play. And the PK does their job. Shots, though, are pretty equal now. New Jersey's definitely pushing. Trying to make something happen here. But luckily, about 5 minutes to go. I don't think they're going to have the time. 4-2, 2.5. 4-3 with a minute left. Oh, my God. Honestly, guys, I can't believe this. All coming down to the final minute. I am curious to see, too, how the ratings match up. It should show us once we load in. I think it said we had 99 defense now, which is very interesting. Let's see. We've got 100, 99, 86. They've got 98, 89, 90. So they have the better goaltender. We're the better team, though, everywhere else. I guess it makes sense we had 99 defense. We did, obviously, make it a lot better there at the deadline. 1 minute, 11 seconds to go. We got a 1-goal lead. The Devils are pushing. Are they going to pull the goalie? They haven't yet, which is actually really surprising. Schleich and Mercer. Big save there from Shesterkin. Okay, minute left now. They are cycling. Another big save. Come on, get this puck out of our zone. How are they not pulling the goalie? What strategy is this? Another big save from Shesterkin. They had, like, total control, and the goalie's still in their net. That is super interesting. As you guys can see here, they're getting the Stanley Cup ready for one of us. Polishing it off, taking it out of the case there. Hopefully, it can be us that lift it, in the next 45 seconds. Point leaders here through the playoffs. McDavid and Thomas, both 35. I mean, we got the top, was that 6 playoff scorers? That's nuts. All right, Jack Hughes wins it to Holtz. Nice pickoff from Edmonton. He gets it to Draisaitl. I can't believe we just don't have an empty net to shoot at here. Like, what are they doing? Approaching the 30-second mark. Othman here trying to break out. Misa's coming back, cutting him off. Big D, Holtz. Luckily, Shesterkin again shuts him down. That's what the 95 boys is about. 1 minute left to go. Game 7 Stanley Cup final. Can you rely on your goalie? Sanderson, they're just holding it, killing time. I like it. Again, he gets it. Oh, they lose it there. Oh, they have numbers. 3-on-1. I think it's like a 3-on-2. Another big save from Shesterkin. I think he's made like 5 huge saves, honestly, in this last minute. Draisaitl, 10 seconds left. Yeah, just hold it on the boards. There you go. 5 seconds now. McDavid's on it too. Just trying to get that puck out of our zone. 2 seconds. Let's go. We hold on there. A little nerve-wracking. I'm still not sure what their coach was thinking. They're not pulling the goalie, but I will take it. Finally, guys, we are again Stanley Cup champions. So I'll take 2 cups in 10 years with this team. I feel like definitely deserved more, but at least we won, multiple Stanley Cups. I think, the big acquisitions there, that medium elite young defense in the deadline, Shesterkin as well in net, proved to be the right moves. And then next year, guys, of course, you got the handshake line. And Robert Thomas here actually wins the Conn Smythe Trophy over Connor McDavid. That is pretty crazy, honestly. There you have him, lifting that trophy. But now McDavid's coming out to lift the Stanley Cup. I just remembered, I always forget, I'm supposed to pause with 2 seconds left to take control so I can choose who the Stanley Cup goes to, but I'm invested just watching the game, totally forget. There you have it, McDavid lifting his 2nd Stanley Cup. Good timing too, because like I mentioned, seemed like McDavid and Draisaitl were starting to slow down a bit, not really sure how long they were going to play until retirement. And who knows, maybe one or both of them are going to go out here as Stanley Cup champs. Who's he going to give the Stanley Cup to first? Khalil Boyce, 4th line grinder. Not, a veteran or anything, but still, it's a respectful move. And you guys can see, looking in the crowd, there's actually quite a bit of Edmonton Oilers jerseys, so I feel like a lot of fans still got to see this. Next year, who's he going to give it to? The goalie. Shesterkin played huge for us that last minute. No, he gives it to Yamamoto. Obviously, 3rd longest tenured player on this team behind McDavid and Draisaitl. And the last player to get the Stanley Cup here, guys, is going to be Igor Shesterkin. Again, just came up huge for us there in the final minute. So many big saves. I was really scared they were going to tie that thing. So Awesome to see him, come in the clutch for us. And now next to you guys, of course, you got the Stanley Cup team pick. Really, pretty different team, I would say, since the last time we won the Cup. Obviously, we still had most of the current Oilers core on that team. We won the last Cup. This one, aside from McDavid, Draisaitl, Yamamoto, pretty much an entirely new team. I guess Misa, I think, was on both as well, but very cool to see us, winning 2 Cups there, going out with the win. And right there, you guys can see the list of names on the Stanley Cup. Love it. Edmonton Oilers 2031-32 Cup champs. I'll take a look next at the awards, all that stuff. 16-10 playoff run. So, we had some big series, some big battles. Hershey Bears there when they called their Cup. I actually totally forgot to check how the AHL team did. Vancouver there wins the lottery in the final season. So, AHL team had a really good regular season run. And then they were first round playoff exits. They actually got beat there in 5. That is just so typical. So, McDavid there, 35-26. Take a look and see how everyone did here in the playoffs, as well as this playoff tree. The Devils there swept the Islanders, beat the Sabres in 7, Panthers in 7, then lost to us in 7. So after that first round series, they were playing a lot of hockey. I mean, us too. We beat the Golden Knights in 5, then went 7 with the Sharks, 7 with the Preds, and 7 with the Devils. So some hard-fought battles for sure in terms of the playoff stats. So Thomas there, tied with McDavid, had 11 less goals, but he was a +5, where McDavid was a -4 with 35 points. He was on the ice for 39 against. McDavid also had 4 game winners, so I mean, I don't know. I don't mind Robert Thomas getting it there. Rantanen 30, Misa 27, Evangelista 26, Draisaitl 25. Again, I think we had the top 6 playoff scorers on our team, which is nuts. Let's see Shesterkin's playoff stats. 909, 315. Really nothing that crazy. But he kept the puck out of the net when we needed him most, so I feel like that's all that matters. Look at the awards here, guys. Again, our 2nd Stanley Cup. I think we only won 1 President's Trophy as well. I can check the coach for that. Kaprizov wins his Art Ross Trophy. So again, I think McDavid had 8 Art Rosses in 10 years. Just absolutely unreal dominance. Hart Trophy goes to Kaprizov. Quinn Hughes there, James Norris, Jesper Bratt, Lady Bing, Murata Calder, Robert Thomas, of course, the Conn Smythe, Spencer Knight Vezina Trophy, along with William Jennings, Christopher there, Bill Masterton, interesting, Voros, Islanders coach Jack Adams, Hike there, Selke Trophy, okay, Kaprizov also got the Ted Lindsay, and then Maurice Richard again. He popped off. AHL-wise, I don't think we won anything this year because even our division had the Henderson Silver Knights. Individual awards here, a lot of Henderson Silver Knights I'm seeing. Now, let's see. Sanders there is our goalie. 1 best goalie in the league. That's pretty cool. Manning Sportsmanship, another award for us. We do not have lowest goals against, but still, at least taking home a couple awards in the AHL the last season. I don't mind that at all. As I mentioned to you guys, I want to show you the coach here. I'm pretty sure we didn't win any awards until we got, this current head coach. And right there you can see, yeah, we won 2 Stanley Cups, only 1 President's Trophy. He did win the Jack Adams before he joined us, so unfortunately we never won that. But it's pretty hard to win that because you have to be like a bad team which somehow makes the playoffs. Now, next you guys want to take a look here at the record book. See all the Oilers ones, and then of course the all-time records. So McDavid there, most points for the Oilers. Assists, he's still 76 behind Gretzky. I'm sure he'll catch him though. Goals-wise, also McDavid again. Hart there with the shutouts. In terms of the regular season, Hart also had the most wins there, 43. I think that's the only new record we set for a season. Rookie there, Skinner, shutouts and wins. I believe that was the first season. And then games here, we're not touching, Gretzky's records there. And now in terms of the entire NHL, most games played there, Patty Marleau. Goalies, Brodeur, but Hellebuck actually second, 1249. Most goals, David's number 5, 757, 9 behind Yager. Ovechkin again, 999 goals. There's no way he retires without that 1000th goal. I don't believe it. Most points, Crosby ended up 5th on that list. Assists there, Crosby's 4th. Wins, Fleury finished 2nd, which is pretty impressive. Let's see, 50-goal seasons, Ovechkin there with 12, absolutely unreal. 100-point seasons, though, McDavid's got 13, only 2 behind Gretzky now. So, yeah, McDavid showed what an absolute beast he is. But that was going to do it, guys, for this series. Again, thank you so much for watching. What a way to end it. Game 7 Stanley Cup Final. I couldn't really write a better script than that. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this. If you did, leave that thumbs up. As retired players show up, I was just wondering if McDavid or Draisaitl were calling it quits there as champions, but they do not. Pasternak does. Same with Nuge. I actually totally forgot. I thought about maybe getting him back, but 74 overall. It just didn't make any sense. So, as I mentioned, you guys, beginning of this episode, leave a comment. Let me know which team I should use next. I'll make a poll of all the most popular comments that you guys can vote on, whether it be on YouTube or Twitter. So, stay tuned for that poll. And aside from that, guys, that's going to do it for this video. If you enjoyed this series, leave that thumbs up. If you still haven't subscribed, hit that sub button. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a nice day. Goodbye.